anybody tell you that, you know, it's corporations and businesses that create jobs? You know, that old theory, trickle-down economics.
Hillary Clinton sounding a lot like someone trying to appeal to the liberal Democratic base. That's before she had to walk back her comments as, quote, shorthand for traditional criticism of Republican policies. And we're back now with a final segment with our special election preview panel. In a sense, it seems to me these midterms have been kind of a test run for potential 2016 candidates. And let's start, Megyn, with Hillary Clinton. Between her book rollout, when she claimed that they were broke leaving the White House, and now this week about business and corporations don't create jobs, like to know who does. What have we learned in 2014 about Hillary Clinton's strengths and weaknesses as a potential presidential candidate?
Well, I mean, I think, first of all, we've learned she's definitely running, and she learned last time around when she ran against Barack Obama that there are no guarantees. This nomination is not secured for her, so we've seen her stumping a lot in Iowa and New Hampshire and so on. And we've also learned she's not foolproof. She's made a lot of mistakes that have potentially alienated maybe not her base, but those sort of people in the middle who she's trying to appeal to. But, you know, I've heard a lot of pundits say it happened early enough. She learned from it. It was good that she did the book rollout and got those out of the way before she really needs to be stellar. One thing she said this week that jumped out at me when she was stumping in Iowa, she said it's not enough to be a woman. You also have to forcefully advocate for policies that help women. And when I heard that, I heard people in the middle getting permission from Hillary Clinton to reject her based on gender alone. In other words, you don't need to vote for me just because I'm a woman. I know that's not how she meant it, but I think she basically gave a lot of women permission to reject her on the basis of gender alone.
Well, then she'll change that. Let's talk about Chris Christie, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who remained under the radar, although as head of the Republican Governors Association, he was campaigning for a lot of Republican candidates for Governor Britt, but he kind of was quiet because of Bridgegate, and then he came out in the last week. He was on Fox News Sunday last Sunday. Then he gets into a fight with this nurse who had been quarantined, and then there was this.
When all you've been doing is flapping your mouth and not doing anything. So listen, you want to have the conversation later, I'm happy to have it, buddy. But until that time, sit down and shut up.
Strong message to follow. Britt, where is Chris Christie now as a presidential candidate?
Well, I think he's pretty well. The Bridge scandal looks like if there's anything there that would identify him as directly responsible or even knowledgeable about it, we'd have heard about it by now. So that may be behind him. I think he did very well last Sunday with you on Fox News Sunday. He was candid and straightforward and all the things you like. This little episode here where he tells the guy to sit down and shut up, such a thing is okay, maybe even attractive, in small doses and very rarely. This particular clip will dog him for some time. And it's not clear to me, for example, if you're a woman who's looking to vote for somebody new, you're going to think much of that. So
okay, guys, these two have talked too long. You're going to get less time. George, I would argue that the person who had the best 2014 of the potential presidential candidates is Senator Rand Paul, that he reached out to young people, he reached out to minorities, he's trying to push the Republicans in a libertarian way. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. He's had a very good term, but I also agree that people often vote for the opposite of what has disappointed them. They've been disappointed by Obama. Therefore, they will not want another senator. I think they will want a governor, Pence, Walker, Jindal, Perry, someone who's actually run something.
And in 30 seconds, Juan, what does 2014 tell you about 2016?
Well, anti-incumbency, the birth of populism. Populism continues to grow. You talked about Rand Paul, but look beyond Hillary Clinton, there's Elizabeth Warren. So watch that stuff.
Panel, thank you all. Thank you, too, for being so quick. That was great.